And hello, welcome back to another episode of The Mind of James. I am James. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for another good episode. I don't really have a topic this week. Just kind of gonna shoot the shit and see where it goes. But I do have my trusty phone here, so we can get into the news. Let me put this thing on silent. This week was good, man. It was a good week. I had just an overall life, how I'm viewing life. It's good. It's real good. And you damn sure gonna have those weeks. I'm having a good one now, you know. But there's this Jimmy Buffett song called Uncle John's Band, and it is a cover song, but he kills it. And the lyric goes, "When life looks like it's on easy street, there's danger knocking at the door." So, can I anticipate the danger? I want to say yeah, because we know it's there. Do I know what the danger is? Nope. Do I know whatever the danger is going to be? Can I handle it? Yeah, because if God brought me to it, God can bring me through it. But the thing, like, you always got to anticipate. You know, a lot of people I hear are always like, you know, never plan for failure. Never plan for failure. Never plan for failure. I say plan for it. Don't plan as it's going to be the final result. Plan for the failures within the journey. You know what I mean? Like, expect some failure. Because if you're going through your journey of whatever you're doing, I keep using basket weaving or, something like that. If you're going through your journey and you don't expect failure, you're going to be so hurt and so disappointed and so unmotivated to keep going. So if you plan with failure within that thing, you're not going to have a bigger blowback. So, like, okay, with me with podcasting or streaming, today was a great example. I use Streamlabs. So shouts out to Streamlabs. You guys are amazing. But I'm not always planning for everything to go right. So today, for example, happened twice. I started streaming. I threw Instagram, because I can stream to 4 platforms, but I do 3, which my main ones are Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. So I threw Instagram in there today, and I was like, let's throw it out on Instagram. YouTube wasn't streaming. It wasn't streaming to YouTube for some reason. Like, you could hear my voice, you could hear the background noise, you just couldn't see the video. It's like, okay, so I shut the stream off, took Instagram out of the 4 platforms, started it back up. It's like, okay, YouTube is back up and running. Then TikTok wasn't streaming. It wasn't streaming to TikTok. I was like, okay. Let's shut the stream off. Let's do it again. So I started the stream back up, and everything was running fine. Now, if I didn't plan for technical failure, or at least have it within the wheelhouse of what I'm doing, it probably would have been like, man, I'm not doing this anymore. But see, I had it in the wheelhouse. Every time I turn that computer on and hit the go live button, I'm expecting some technical failure somewhere. And if it doesn't happen, fantastic. Great. It didn't happen. But I'm planning it to be there. Number one, because I don't want to get super butthurt to where I don't want to do it again. Number two, it's technology. You know what I mean? It's technology. Something could happen somewhere. So, podcasting's the same way. Every week I do this podcast and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen this time? It could be the audio. Last week it was the audio. You know? But I go into my podcasting or streaming going, okay, let's see what happens. You know? And it's and who knows, you know? Who knows? With technology and me figuring this crap out and all this stuff, who knows? Because I put a noise suppression filter on this podcast one time. All the audio was screwed up. So I had to roll with it. Because it was like, I made this episode and I'm going to put it out. Last week, it sounded like I was in a freaking bubble. So you don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. So that's why I'm just kind of like, okay. You know, maybe it's the computer, maybe it's the microphone, maybe it's the camera. I don't know. But, did a 13-hour stream today. And boy, was it fun. You know, big shouts out to Allie Cakes on, in the Discord, and she moderates the Twitch, and she is doing an absolute banger of a job. So, you know, she's awesome. So shouts out to you, Allie. We played Among Us, like the Discord group had an Among Us game. I suck at that game. It's basically, you got to find out who the imposter is. And I suck at lying. You know, if it's something I don't want to do, like move a chair, I'll think of something. But when it comes to actually like telling the truth and being truthful about doing something wrong, I can't lie. You know, first of all, I was raised not to lie. You know, so tell the truth no matter how hard it gets. That's how I was raised. You know, but if I don't want to move a chair, I'll say something. You know, my toe hurts. Something. Dogs are barking, the cat's yawning. Something. But that was a fun time. And I hope and I hope we can do it again, because that was a lot of fun. But everything has been good this week. Energy's been in the right swing. Mindset's been in the right swing. You know, going to the gym, drinking water, eating healthier. You know, today I ordered Five Guys and I got Waffle House for breakfast. So, you know, what can you say? Can't bat 1,000. The mighty Casey does strike out. But I set that up. So I have a vision board. We've covered this before, and I have I do a daily schedule. So Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, buttoned up, gym, eat good, yada yada yada. The weekends are mine. Like, the weekends are mine. So if I want to eat Waffle House at 4:00 in the morning, I will. If I want to, you know, if I just want to drink some beers, I will. But through the week, I don't. Well, I try not to. I had a few beers while I was streaming Thursday. It just sounded good. and nobody's here to tell me no. So, eh. But yeah, things are looking really good, man. You know, and enjoy these weeks while you got them. Enjoy these weeks while you got them, because sometimes you just don't got them. Sometimes you just don't got them. So enjoy these weeks when you get them. Learn, teach yourself when you recognize that these weeks are here. That is, just enjoy the energy around you, because could be the last week you get for a long time. But what else is going on? An old friend of mine reached out. We went shooting a long time ago, and he sent me the video of me shooting a rifle, and we just caught up a little bit. It's he was that friend that when I broke up with the first girl I ever said I love you to, he picked me up, took me up under his wing, and we just became a duo. I didn't, so, it was good to talk to him for a hot second. But, I'm just kind of comfortable being here, being by myself and doing my own thing. And, you got to watch out for that too sometimes, because when you get comfortable with yourself, it's really hard for bringing somebody in the realm of this. I get up, I go to the gym, go to work, come home and stream. Where's the time to date? Where's the time to meet somebody, or go have a drink somewhere? I'll make the time somewhere. But Fridays, I stream at 6. I get off work at 3:30 and I stream at 6. That gives me a little wiggle room. I go take a walk. I go take a walk. I go to a park. And this past week, I wanted to go to a new park that my friend Bruce told me about, but they were having a 4-day country concert, and all the big wigs were there. Darius Rucker, Carrie Underwood, all those, big wig country people, and they were going to be like, I was like, I just want to walk the place, dude. That's it. I don't want to go to the country thing. He's like, well, I'm going to have to charge you $65 to get in there. I'm like, no, you ain't. Where's the U-turn? Why is... Sorry, that was very important. I was like, where do I leave? Because I'm not paying $65 to just walk a park. That ain't happening. So I settled for a cold beer, a chicken quesadilla, and some fries. And there you go. So I mean, it wasn't all bad. But there are some things in my life that there's some things in my life that I'm still working on, like dating, for example. Like, I'm a busy guy. Stream, podcast, but it's like, well, I mean, you can sure as hell, stream less and whatnot. How am I ever going to, if I do that, how am I ever going to, get out of the 9 to 5 that I want to get out of? So, I mean, sacrifices have to be made in order for you and or I to get out of whatever we want to get out of. I don't want to answer to a boss. I don't. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of making, I am tired of someone else making someone else money that, that, wakes up and goes, as long as I'm getting my paycheck, I'm tired of it. I want to build a company that runs and cares to say, hey, we got a problem here, let's address it. That's exactly what I am trying to that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Do I have everything figured out? No. Will I? Yes. So, and God will put those people in my life that I need. So, other than that, man, really, I've been missing my dogs here lately. Facebook has been hitting me with some dog videos, and it's just like, I miss having an animal around. I miss having my animals around, my two dogs. And lately here it's been, I go back and forth. Do I want to get another dog? Do I don't want to? But the thing is that like the past 10 years I've had to take care of something other than myself, and now it's just me. So I want to enjoy that for a little bit. I can just jet off anywhere I want to and not have to worry about finding a dog sitter. You know what I mean? So I'm just, tossing that back and forth. And all those dogs I see on Facebook are so damn cute. It's like, I want one. But, hey, busy guy here. So I don't want to, right now I just don't want anything to interrupt the path that I'm on. So, like I said, sacrifices have to be made. They really do. Or, find a lady that is going to understand what I'm trying to build here and help me build it. That'd be nice. Or at least have an or if she's trying to build something, she's trying to build something. You know what I mean? So, and she can understand the build I'm trying to make, and I can understand where she's going with it. So I mean, it's those little things you got to look out for. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's jump into the news a little bit. I really don't have any. I don't have any real topics. I mean, I got topics wrote down, but I don't really have the brain capacity to do it right now. Because, man, 13-hour stream, that's tough. John Wick spinoff, ballerina stumbles, landing long gate with $94 million quarterly net loss. Yeah, I see that. Number one, because Keanu Reeves is not John Wick in this movie. It's it was bound to happen. Granted, I haven't seen it, so I can't make a really good, but I could see how they were like, yeah. But the actress is fantastic. She was great in Knives Out. She was awesome. So, I haven't seen the movie. Kind of want to, kind of don't. Maybe if it's on the internet, I'll look for it. Let's see. Bring home vibrancy. Vacant Tri-State Mall to be demolished for new development project. Is this Tri-County Mall? Middletown. Well, that ain't me. A new Yellowstone spinoff will be filmed in this North Texas city. Cool. NASA's Hubble telescope reveals most detailed photos in interstellar visitor. You're telling me that in this galaxy we live in, there's not other life somewhere walking around going, man, I wonder what I'm going to have for breakfast today. It's not possible. Well, I mean, it is possible. So, I mean, it's very possible. I mean, if you don't think aliens are real, like, or other life forms, I should say. If you don't think other life forms aren't possible in this life of ours, you're out of your mind. Thorn Island, private Welsh island, is 19th century. Fort goes on the market. Cool. Don't want it. Dodge unveils additions to 2026 muscle car lineup. It's about choice. I mean, they kind of look cool. They look all right. Red Bull's Flug Tag event brings thousands of spectators to Cincinnati. You know, man, Cincinnati, here's the thing about Cincinnati. It's a wonderful place. I love Cincinnati. When I moved back from Colorado, let's get back to before I moved to Colorado. Before I moved to Colorado, it was kind of like this city where I was just like, man, it's Cincinnati. You know, the Bengals are here, the Reds are here. But now I came back from Colorado and I have this new appreciation for Cincinnati. I don't know why. A lot more vibrant than I thought. A lot more entertaining than I thought. And a lot of more rich history that I could ever imagine. I mean, I'm a native Cincinnatian. And I still don't know all the history. You know what I mean? So you don't know. You really just don't know about, if you're kind of bored with the city you live in or were born in, just go through the history of it. See what happens. So, I mean, there's a lot of beautiful things about Cincinnati. Now, is it the city that's still for me? Man, that's still a tough question. Yes, because there's plenty of opportunity here. No, because the main hubs that you want to live in for making it technically is like New York or LA. But Austin's still coming up. So, I mean, in Denver was a great city. I mean, Denver was awesome. And I'm having a little reserves about taking a trip out to Denver. Number one, it's all the shit memories, man. Just all the things that, shouldn't have happened. The way I handled things, the way, the person I knew out in Denver, things were, I'll tell you one thing, I went into it setting up to fail. When I wanted to try something new, but I always had it in the back of my mind that it wasn't going to work out. And that's the reason why it failed. That's the reason why me moving to Denver failed. Well, that's the second reason. Number one reason, I took my eyes off God. And so, I mean, those two things combined, man, it was the failure train left the station quicker that I can see it leave. So that was all on me. But I want to go back to Denver, and I want to go back to see the apartment that I lived in, because that's where I recorded my first podcast. That's where I did my first stream. And that's where all the things that I wanted to do in Denver, I did and I didn't. I did and I didn't. Denver has I got to see the mountains. I rode my motorcycle for a little bit. I started comedy in Denver, and I met some very amazing people in Denver. So I do want to go back to Denver and just kind of sit there, bask in the failure. You know what I mean? Bask in the thing that. And I was Dylan and I were going. My brother, we're going over to our dad's house to watch the Thunderbolts movie, and he asked me, he's like, "Do you ever miss Denver?" I was like, "I miss what it could have been. I miss what it could have been. I missed what Denver could have been to me." And that says a lot, dude. That says an absolute lot, because you just miss, every opportunity that you get that doesn't work out, you're going to miss the things it could have been. You're going to miss the things it could have been. You had this idea of being a successful streamer, podcaster, comedian in Denver, but you end up doing it in Cincinnati. So, I mean, maybe the thing that, you want to be a successful truck driver, but you ended up, being a conductor on a train. That's how it goes sometimes. So, now me saying successful podcaster, streamer, and comedian, that's, years down the road. That is years down the road. It's not right now. And I got to clarify this. I said on a podcast that I made $100,000 a year. Working. It was not because of stoned out. It was because of working my 9 to 5. That's why. I have not made any money off this podcast. I have not made any money off of stoned out. So I'm, that's the truth about it. So if people think I made money off this podcast, you're dead wrong. I haven't earned a dime. I've lost more money. The set, the lights, the camera, the tech, so I'm not making any money off this yet. So just remember, yet. Give it a little bit. I'm going to be the biggest streamer, podcaster, and comedian in Cincinnati. Watch. And I believe that with my whole heart. Do it. I believe with my whole heart. So, give it a minute. Got to build up to it. The fun thing is that I'm just enjoying the journey that this is on. The new things that could be done, the new opportunities that could come my way. I want a sponsor for this show. I want a sponsor for streaming. It's going to take time and consistency to do this. Time and consistency. We don't know. I don't know. You guys don't know. Only God knows when this thing's going to pop off. So, time and consistency is what's going to have to be here. And just remember, anything you put your mind to is time and consistency. Your mind will shift. The reality just has to catch up. That's all it is. So that's exactly what that is, folks. Time and consistency, Cincinnati, and making good laughs along the way. So remember to take care of yourselves. Do something for yourself that you normally don't. Buy yourself those new pair of shoes. Buy yourself that hat. Go get a massage. Go get a pedicure. Go do something for you sometime within the next 2 weeks. Go do that. Make sure that you guys have that. You know? Treat yourselves. And I want to thank you for joining me for another episode. It's been a pleasure sitting here trying to impart knowledge and impart wisdom, and also having some guests on the show to where we talk about the craziest things. You know? Joe Buck was just on here. We were talking about doing meth. I'll never do it. I've never done it. So we create some... I'm trying to create a good environment for you guys. And a good environment for me. A healthy and stable environment for me. So, thank you for joining me. I love you guys. You guys are the best. The supporters that come back and watch us every week. So thank you. Remember to treat yourselves and fear God and keep His commandments. I will see you on the next one.